Hi friends, welcome to our new location. I have to adjust these. These should be up here, shouldn't they? Ooh, I'm all ghost face. So, April favorites, let's roll into it. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and start with what this channel kind of is. It's a beauty vlog channel. So let's talk about some of my makeup favorites from the month of April. So number one is, oh, you can see the little clearance sticker. What's in the box? It is the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Problem Skin Moisturizer. I love the African Black Soap company and their products. I have a bar in my shower right now, and then I have an extra bar. And this, I got it on clearance for $4 at my local Kroger. You can pick it up at Meijer, Target, other Krogers, I think even Walmart for about $11 to $13. And what it is it's this really great moisturizer. I've been using this for a little bit over a month, and it's still half full. It has a very light scent. It doesn't smell like the black soap. I put it on before bed or even to prime before makeup because it is a little bit tacky. But once I started using it, I don't really get blemishes, even though you can see I have a blemish right here. I don't really have too much of a problem with blemishes, but I do get very oily in this area, which I feel like a lot of people do. And this has helped with that. Also, I just wake up with like firmer but also softer skin in the morning. It's fantastic. I've been using it every day. Highly recommend it. Coming up next, we have a product that you saw in my Medusa's video, and it is the Medusa's lipstick, and it is in the shade Lydia, of course, because it is from last month's or March box. So it is this nice purple color. In case you didn't see that video, I will go ahead and I will swatch it for you right now. It's nice and it is sheer. It's very buildable. It's very soft and creamy on the lips. I don't remember. I think like this is between $8 and $11. I'll have the link below. And it's vegan, so I like it. I reach for it a lot, especially when I'm like kind of doing my pseudo like 80s goth Beetlejuice thing. Alright, next is another product that I've recently used in a video. I don't know if the video I use this product in will be coming up before I post this one because, like I said, I kind of took a little YouTube break. And this is the Wet n Wild Cheek and Lip Tint. This is part of their Springtime Queen of Hearts collection. This it has a really dumb name. It is Flirt on the Street. I don't know. I don't like things that have like a little sexy, playful, flirty name because I'm just so darn serious all the time. Okay, so this is a cheek tint, and you just go boop boop boop, you put it on and it makes a very bold color. Now we're coming up to another product I thought was great. This brush is dirty because I used it last night. I didn't do my blush tonight, but it's just this flat brush from Wet n Wild. This was also very cheap, and I like to just take this brush and just buff out that blush, and it just buffs it. Let me make sure. And it's just a nice soft shade that I find very pretty, especially with my skin tone because it's warmer. I really want to try more of their stick products. I dropped the lid. Alright, so here's a product that is probably old and expired, but I just discovered how magical it is. If you watched my Morrissey record video, that ethereal glow that was probably blinding and kept ruining the white balance on my camera, this is what caused it. It is by the brand Jelly Pong Pong, which I love that brand. It's fun to say. This is a vegan product. The full size retails for $20. I mean, I kind of feel like that's worth it. My favorite eyeliner is around that same cost, so if it's a go-to product, like it's worth spending that on. So this is a liquid gossamer. This shade is kind of like a rose gold shade. I don't know if it says what shade it is. It doesn't. So as you can see, there is the shade, if it's gonna focus, there we go, and it looks kind of bold, so you put that on, and then if you get it with your beauty blender, it just leaves this nice soft sheen. You can see just that sparkle, and it looks amazing, especially if you use a dewy foundation, and I'll have the link below for that. Coming in last in our cosmetics, it's another product that I got from Ipsy. I don't think I've used this in a video. This is the Absolute New York Nano Liner. This I like to use to clean up when I use my tattoo liner, especially because that's running low, so it's been a little bit thicker. And this has this little felt tip on it, as you can see. But what's really great is how flexible that felt tip is, and it leaves a very fine line. It's great for cleaning up liner, and it's so flexible. I'm very heavy-handed with my eyeliner, and this has stood up to it. Normally I break felt tips, and I'm not quite sure what this costs. This will definitely be one that when I run out, I'm gonna get a full size because it has become an MVP. So let's go ahead and move on to something that I don't so much have objects to show you for. We'll wedge this in between. We're going to talk about what I have been listening to this month and what I've been reading. So this is our cerebral section. My April podcast favorite this month is by Wandry. You can listen to it on iTunes. Ooh, getting real gothy. iTunes. You can listen to it on iTunes. You can, I believe, access it on Spotify, Stitcher Premium, and it might be on Earwolf, but don't quote me on that. I use iTunes for my podcasts, and it is called Inside Psycho. What they do is they talk about the inspiration for the book Psycho, which is Ed Gein's serial killer. They talk about Hitchcock buying the rights to that. They talk about why Anthony Perkins was cast as Norman Bates and why he continued to play Norman Bates in the subpar sequels. They talk a little bit about Bates Motel, which amazing. That just wrapped up. I was sad to see it go. Such a soft spot in my heart for Norman Bates. I would have so easily been a victim because he would have been like, oh, let me make you some sandwiches, and I would have been like, let me help you with the sandwiches. You're so nice and unassuming, and like, I would have been stabbed in that shower so fast. I wouldn't have seen it coming. But anyway, it's great. It's 6 episodes. Each are around 30 minutes. Some of the episodes are very graphic, mostly when they're talking about Ed Gein's, and that made me a little sick to my stomach. But other than that, fantastic. Check it out if you're a fan of old Hollywood, horror, Hitchcock, just interesting things like that. The other thing that I don't have anything I can show you would be my binge watching TV show of the month. Oh, I'm moving a lot. So this month, my mom and I purchased a season of Feud, Joan and Betty, which, holy crap, I am obsessed with Joan Crawford and Betty Davis. Like, my whole family is, just starting with Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. My mom saw that in the theater when it first came out, and it horrified her because never in her life had she realized that, like, people who were family, who were siblings, could be so evil to one another. And then, of course, you had Mommy Dearest. We all have lines that we quote from that. My favorite line, I can't quote because I try not to swear on my channel. We're not gonna have a vlog about Joan Crawford right now. There's gonna be one in the future that I am working on. But anyway, so this series, it's on FX. You can get it on Amazon Prime. You can just buy the whole season. I recommend it. We binge watched it in just slightly over a weekend, and it starts with Joan Crawford, who's played by Jessica Lange. Now, I will say she's not who I would have cast for the role, but she played it magnificently. So, Joan Crawford can't get a role. She realizes that there's a problem for older women finding work in Hollywood. So she has Mamacita, her maid, go out, buy a bunch of books, goes through it, finds a copy of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and goes, this is it. I want to play this role, and I want to play opposite my old rival, Betty Davis, who is played by Susan Sarandon. Just talking about it, I'm getting chills. So you see how these two maybe have a chance at a friendship, and you feel really optimistic for them. And then you just see how they are torn apart, and you watch all of the vindictiveness and pettiness that ensues And it's a whole emotional roller coaster. You'll cheer, you'll get your heart broken, you'll feel angry. But again, if you like old Hollywood, if you like Bette Davis or Joan Crawford or old horror, I mean, if you enjoyed Inside, Psycho, you'll enjoy this series. I recommend it. Go check it out. So while we're in kind of our cerebral mood, let's move on to what I read this month. So what I read during the month of April is actually the sequel to Jurassic Park, which is also called Jurassic Park Lost World, like the movie. It is very, sorry I keep saying it's very different to the film. I don't know what all I can say without getting too spoilery, but if you enjoyed the book Jurassic Park or the movie Jurassic Park, well, okay. If you enjoyed the movie Jurassic Park and you haven't read the book Jurassic Park, you should read the book Jurassic Park. If you have read the book, you should read the sequel, as I did, The Lost World. You will enjoy it. It was a quick read. It's about 430 pages. I went through it just in slightly over a week. Everyone likes people getting chased by dinosaurs. Also, side note, what I enjoyed about Jurassic Park is that it's very science fiction heavy, and you do have a lot of that in the sequel, but I find that that book is a lot more character driven, with a little more action than the first one. Lastly, in our cerebral category, we have what I've been listening to this month, and I'm going to butcher this artist's name. I apologize. I meant to look up the proper pronunciation before I filmed this video, but I rushed through. It is Michael Kiwanuka or Kiwanaka, and it is Love and Hate. This is a double LP. And the first song I heard off of this is actually the title track, Love and Hate. What I enjoyed is not only does this guy have a very kind of bluesy Motown voice, he is one hell of a guitarist. It's out of this world. If you enjoy blues, if you enjoy classic rock and roll, if you just enjoy like good music, you'll probably enjoy this. This LP was $35 because it was double, and I bought it from a smaller shop. The album is available on iTunes. If you have a streaming service, you can stream it. Moving forward, let's go into what I put in my big old mouth this month. This tea, this is the Sleepy Time Vanilla Tea. I enjoy Sleepy Time tea a lot. I love having a cup of tea before bed. It's very chamomile heavy. Normally I don't like chamomile, but the vanilla taste, especially paired with this vanilla soy delicious creamer I use, really mellows out the chamomile flavor. And maybe I'm a lightweight, but this does make me very sleepy. It goes down smooth. I'm gonna set it down over here now. My second food item, and I apologize, this might be a little gross because I've eaten almost all of this. I picked this up at Indie Veg Fest. It is by a company out of Louisville, Kentucky called V-Grits, and this is vegan pimento cheese. It is a cashew cheese spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the label. This set me back $6. I believe they have a website maybe where you can order this. I also don't know if they have a shop in Louisville. I should have researched this. I'm gonna open this up. If half-eaten food grosses you out, I apologize. But as you can see, it's got like the little pimento chunks and stuff in there. Back when I was a very hardcore dairy consumer, pimento cheese on toast was my favorite, and this has filled that void for me. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10, best vegan food item I've discovered in a long time. And finally, here's some items that you might not be able to get. Mostly, I love thrifting, so I'm gonna show you my favorite thrift find from this month, or April, last month, and that is this tiny little purse. I got this first Saturday of the month, which of course is Goodwill and Vintage Vogue's half off day. This came from Vintage Vogue. It set me back a whole $3. I got it because it's nice and thin. I think it's like an early 90s mom purse. You can open it up, you can fit a lot in there. There's all of these fantastic pockets. And then there's this big area back here, which I like that I can zip this up and slide my phone down in there. Also, what really, whoops, I gotta close it. What was the big selling point for me, besides this really great latch, so it can't come open, was this nice long strap. So I'm gonna carry this a lot this summer. The hooks also are detachable, and I can use this cute little wrist lamp. All right, one final thing. I've noticed my channel's grown a little bit, and by grown, I mean I have 12 subscribers now, which is huge to me because I didn't think that like anyone would follow me at all. Any of my friends might watch my videos, but how many of you have actually been like watching them, commenting and subscribing and liking my stuff really means a lot to me. I'm just doing this because this is fun, but seeing that other people enjoy it has really helped make this more fun. So thank you so much, you guys. You are all amazing. And I mean, those of you who I know personally, I love you very much. Those of you who I haven't met, maybe I'll get to know you and love you. I don't know. I feel like I could love almost anyone. That is all for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed watching my April monthly favorites. Have a great evening. Bye, friends!